Hey, what's going on, everybody? Dorian Bowden back here with BU Cafe for your BU at home coffee special. So those of you who know a great coffee beverage, you know a cafe au lait is a classic beverage you can make at home. If you don't know, au lait is simple with milk and French. And so today we're going to be doing a winter peppermint au lait. It's a little bit of a twist on our seasonal special at all our BU Cafe stores, the winter peppermint mocha. And so the difference with that latte mocha beverage is here, it's just coffee with good old steamed milk and great peppermint bark sauce. So to start, you can find a peppermint bark in your local store or any sort of peppermint sauce or syrup. I love using Torani for the peppermint bark piece. Of course, milk. Have your coffee. Here in the coffee we prepared French press style, so it's nice, a dark roast for that holiday season. And of course, your mug. So to start, I'm gonna do about a half of ounce, which is almost about 1 pump. And because I like a little extra sweet, so I kind of do about an ounce, so don't tell my wife. So I do actually an ounce of peppermint bark. And then you're gonna put a little bit of coffee in to kind of melt that up a little bit. Now, I only do a little bit of coffee because I want to keep it warm. So you don't want to pour too much coffee in there at first because it will cool it down and it won't be nice and hot for you when you're ready. So the next thing is you're gonna get your pitcher ready with milk. And I'm gonna be using a Breville espresso machine to show you how to steam your milk, because again, I want you to think about those of you at home who have a cool espresso machine, how easy it is to create some dope, frothy specialty beverages while you're at home with your own machine. So here I have my pitcher of milk, which you can see here. The milk comes up to about right here. And the goal of frothing is to create that creamy, velvety froth. If you go to some coffee shops and it's like really bubbles and dry, that ain't froth. I'm talking about the real velvety stuff that you really love on top of your coffee. So the goal is to take it from here to about up here in height. And that difference is gonna be the froth that I'm gonna use to pour on top of my beverage. So I'm gonna start with the espresso machine and start to steam milk. So with your home Breville machine or any espresso machine you're gonna be using, the goal is in steaming milk is you wanna have the steam one right here. This is what's producing the steam, hot steam coming out. You wanna have it directly below the milk. So if this is my line on the milk, I'm gonna have it just below it. And I'm gonna simply move the pitcher up and down slowly to kind of create a little bit of the bubbles. But how you do it is you wanna see that milk rise up so you can get the frothy material. So always start with the steam one inside the milk. For the first time espresso home users, if you do not do this, you might splash yourself with milk, and I can assure you it's not fun. So I'm turning on the machine to get the steam rolling. And don't be surprised if it just takes a couple of seconds to start getting warm before you start hearing that sound of the steam coming on. And that sound is kind of what you want to listen out for. That's your steam. And if you hear that sound, that little whatever sound it is, that's the steam pushing down on the milk. And as it's pushing the milk with that hot steam, it's creating your froth. And so right now, it's going from here to about right up there. So you'll see it starting to rise, so don't freak out. And if you feel it's going up too fast, just keep the steam wand on the inside and just let it get hot. Don't keep frothing it. So right now I have it up to about right there. You can hear that steam going, and I'm just gonna keep it submerged so that it doesn't rise anymore. You can use your hand as your thermometer, or if you have a home thermometer, you wanna steam it to about 140 degrees. If you go above 160, meaning those of you who like it really hot, your milk can begin to curdle. So I encourage you to keep it right at about 140. And if you have kids and you're doing something for the holidays, you may want to keep it at about around 110 to maybe 120. So here, if anybody ever tells you at coffee shop, this is what velvety froth should look like. That nice, shiny coat on top of your coffee beverage. So I'm going to now pour the rest of my coffee, and I'm gonna do halfway. And depending on how you like your au lait, this is the cool thing about BU at home. You might want a little bit more of the coffee flavor, coffee taste, so you do that. So I'm gonna stir that on up. And you might see a little bit of a blob at the top of your milk. Don't worry about it. Either just keep stirring it, or a secret is get a spoon or something and just stir it really, really fast to mix up that froth with the froth that sits on top with the milk. And now you can stir it again. And always when we tell our team members when they're learning to be baristas, you let the pitcher kiss the cup when you want the froth to come out. So, and you pour nice and slow. And what I like about the glass mug is you get to see the separation of the froth sitting on top. Now, if you come up like an Olympic diver, now it's mostly milk that's coming. The froth is sitting on top. And you can kind of see the cool layeredness of the drink. And then the last part, because I forgot to actually bring candy canes that are already kind of broken up. So crushed candy canes is the coolest topping. So here, this is what Dorian would do if I forgot to bring a hammer or something. I found my tamp. You can put the candy cane in between a paper towel. I even say if you want to put a cloth on top of that, and then have fun. Just in the holiday spirit and just crush it on up. This is why they call it crushed candy canes. So I feel like that dude on the show with the mullet making the watermelons. And so now you have your crushed candy canes, and what you can do is simply take a couple and I kind of get the ones that are really, really nice and crushed are probably got a couple of the bigger pieces to start, but you get the really nice ones. And when I tell you, your kids are going to love this. This is a nice little treat that you can use with your espresso machine at home. You have a simple cafe au lait. And if you really want to, say if you want to kind of mix that up a little bit, just put a spoon on the inside and just give it a nice little shake. If you want to go that extra mile, otherwise, and then you'll kind of see again how the foam is sitting on top. And there you have it. You have a winter peppermint au lait. Happy holidays, y'all.